What's the chow chin chows? Lantern Joe here. Welcome to a very special video for me. Welcome to a Pokemon tier generator video. Now, they have got these. Now, if you don't know what tier generator is, basically it's this thing that they have for Super Smash Bros. It's where they categorize all the different characters in the game into certain different tiers based on their stats and designs and their power and all that other stuff, and put them into tiers. You go from S to F, like that, and S being the very top super rank to F being fail, absolute fail. You shouldn't be using this character. Now they got one for now. The people who make this site have got one for several different things, and a couple of them are Pokemon things. This one here, the one we're doing today, is the Pokemon main series games. And if you want to see any more of these, please let me know in the comment section down below. Now, these are based, the rankings here that I'm going to do today are based on my opinions of the games themselves, the storylines, the Pokemon, but they're based on my opinions and my opinions alone, not based on anything else other than that. And of course they're also based on the series that we've produced over the 6 years on YouTube that we have made series. So that's what I am basing this on, that's what I'm ranking this on. Now, if my opinions are different to your opinions, that's perfectly okay. Feel free to leave those opinions down in the comment section down below, and hell, I'll leave a link to this site in the description, and basically tweet me at Lantern Joe your own tier lists of Pokemon games. You know, I would love to find out more information on what you like about games and what you don't like about games. I want to know. That's what I want to know. And now the reason why I'm doing this video is I kind of saw the Wolf Baby do videos like this. Now, the Wolf Baby, you know who I'm referring to. So I kind of wanted to combat that and do one of my own, so that I can base my own opinions on this. I also know that Shofu's done one too, and again, I have not watched their videos to influence my decisions. I wouldn't do that. I have watched their videos to see what they thought of the games and look at what they thought. That's all I've done, and now I'm doing my own one because the fact is I want to figure out what my mine are. So that's why I'm doing my own one. Okay. With all that being said, let's get into this. So let's start with Generation 1, Pokemon Red and Blue. I'm a huge fan of Blue. Blue is my game. Now, if you don't know about me, when I was 10 years old, I got Pokemon Blue for Christmas and a Manchester United Game Boy. Yes, back when I was a kid, I was a supporter of Manchester United. I've recently, as time went on, my opinion changed on Manchester United, and I don't like them anymore. And I never did, I don't know what I was thinking back then. But I guess I just based it on the footballers they had a lot of the big name footballers and stuff like that, so that's what probably I based it on back then. But now I'm a solid Everton supporter. But, I have learnt my lessons. That's what I'm trying to say there, by not supporting Manchester United anymore. But I did have Pokemon Blue. My mum gave me a Pokemon Blue game, and I really enjoyed it. And I played for it several times. I've done Nuzlocke of it several times. I don't think I've really done a Red and Blue series on the channel. We've played Gen 1, but we've never done Red and Blue. Like, the only thing we've done from Gen 1 is the Red Plus Wonderlock. When it comes down to it, I haven't really done a Red and Blue series on the channel, but I've really enjoyed Red and Blue. There's a lot of things that are bad about Red and Blue, but I want to say Red and Blue, solid C tier games. No, C tier, Joe. Solid C tier games, very much into them, very much enjoyed playing through them, and you can do a good Nuzlocke of them if you get your encounters just right, so really enjoyed it. Yellow, on the other hand, for me, it's an interesting game because it revolves more around Pikachu. It revolves more around your starter. You're not allowed to evolve your starter. Your starter is It walks behind you, so it's really cool for it to do that. You do get a few more Pokemon. The movesets are a bit more flushed out. It's harder to do a Nuzlocke of Yellow. It's really harder to do a Nuzlocke of Yellow. There's a lot of work you have to do to pull off a Nuzlocke of Yellow without randomizing it. That's what I'm trying to say here. Without randomizing it, Yellow is really hard to pull off a Nuzlocke of, and with all the things that I would like to say, Yellow does advance some things, but it dissipates in others. I would say Yellow's a D tier game for me. Now, you may think Yellow is higher, and that's perfectly fine with you guys, but for me, Yellow is a D tier game. Pokemon Gold and Silver Generation 2. Now, I fully loved the Nuzlocke we did of Pokemon Gold and Silver, the Virtual Console Nuzlocke. That was a really good series that we did right before Sun and Moon came out, and it was I really enjoyed it, and it was just a really cool idea for a series, and I really loved the idea of it, and I just felt like it was a really good game. I mean, for those reasons. And the encounters we got were really good, and everything really worked out rather nicely for that series. There were, again, a few problems with Gold and Silver during the development, and playing through the actual demo version of, the Space World demo version of Pokemon Gold and Silver reminded me of how much there could have been in these games that there wasn't, and all that other stuff too. So again, for me, C tier. Gold and Silver, C tier games. It's Crystal on the other hand. Now, my opinion, I've never played through the original Crystal all the way through. I will admit, I didn't get Gold, Silver and Crystal when they originally came out. I got Gold, Silver and Crystal when they came onto Virtual Console. That's when I got them. That was my first playthroughs of those games. And my first official playthrough of Crystal was Crystal Clear. Now, Crystal Clear is a ROM hack, and also there were a lot of advancements made in Crystal Clear that aren't in the original Crystal. So with this in mind, I can't really give my personal opinion on Crystal that well. I'm going to put this in C tier because of the fact I put Gold and Silver in C tier as well. So I'm going to put Crystal in C tier. I like Crystal. It's a very good game. But the fact is, I like Crystal Clear more than I like Crystal. And if we were doing ROM hacks, Crystal Clear would be a solid S tier game because it is that good. I do suggest you play Crystal Clear. But then again, if you do play Crystal Clear and then you go back to Crystal, you'll realise how much of the advancements Crystal Clear made over Crystal, and you'll probably not want to complete Crystal, so please don't do that. Anyway, Gen 3. Generation 3, solid games, really enjoyed them. I would probably say that Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, for me, would be solid B tier games. They're really good. The things that they advanced from the games were really good. The things they took away from the games made them a bit bad. But yes, we were moving on to a new system that didn't have backwards compatibility with Gold and Silver, because Gold and Silver were meant to be the last games. But based on sales, they kept bringing out games, and we're here today with Sword and Shield because of that. They kept on selling. So yeah, for me, I would probably say these games are B tier games. They're good. They're very good games, very enjoyable. I played through. I've done a Sapphire randomizer Nuzlocke on the channel, and I've played through Ruby on my Game Boy Advanced, and they were really good games. So with that in mind, they are B tier to me. Emerald, on the other hand, I've played through Emerald several times. I've enjoyed Emerald several times. On the channel, I've played through Emerald several times, and I've really enjoyed playing through Emerald and Emerald ROM hacks as well. Also, I've played through Emerald on its own, due to GBAs and stuff like that. But I do have Emerald games, an Emerald ROM and stuff like that. I've played through these games and I've really enjoyed playing through Emerald. So, with all this being said, and I like the advancements that Emerald made to the storyline of Ruby and Sapphire. I like Rayquaza as a Pokemon. I'm going to say you're an A tier game. I'm going to say that, and I'm proud of the fact that I can say that. Fire Red Leaf Green. Fire Red Leaf Green. What can I not say about these games? They are really, really enjoyable. I've played through them several times, done several series on the channel. I think these are the better versions of Red and Blue, in my personal opinions. And they did so much work with these games to make them so much better. There's a lot of mechanics they took out, but the fact is they kept a lot of the good stuff in, and I very much enjoyed playing through these games. I'm going to say they're B tier. I'm going to say Fire Red Leaf Green, B tier games. That's what I'm going to say. For playthroughs, we have done a Fire Red Omega Egglocke. We've played through Leaf Green in a randomizer Nuzlocke setting as well on the channel. We've done several Leaf Green and Fire Red ROM hacks as well, so those are things that we have done. More Fire Red than Leaf Green ones, really. But I think I think a lot of people just make more Fire Red ROM hacks. I don't really think there are that many Leaf Green ones, actually. Even though it's the exact same engine. Just, there are some differences. I don't know exactly what, but there are. Anyway, Diamond and Pearl. I love these games. I am a huge, huge fan of these games. I'm a 4th genner. Pokemon Red and Blue may have been my first games, but the fact is, a little story about me is, I didn't get Gold and Silver and Crystal and Fire Red Leaf Green and stuff like that, and when they came out originally. I got Gold, Silver and Crystal when they came out on Virtual Console. I got Fire Red Leaf Green about 2012 when I started my channel, because I wanted to go back and experience those games, and I did have a Game Boy Advanced, so I went on eBay and found Ruby ROM, a Ruby game, a Sapphire game, Fire Red Leaf Green and Emerald, and I bought those and I played through them when they came, and I really enjoyed them. But Pokemon Diamond and Pearl Platinum, I played through when they originally came out. I very much enjoyed these games. Pokemon, I mean, the story of Sinnoh is amazing. The music is just awesome. They brought back quite a few Pokemon from the old games as well. There's a solid way to get your Pokemon from the old games into the new ones, from Gen 3 into Gen 4. Dialga is my favorite legendary. Darkrai is my favorite mythical Pokemon. The advancements they made from Diamond and Pearl into Platinum were immense, and they made them even more better. As for series on the channel, we did a Pearl Egglocke. That's one of the very first series on the channel, and I very much enjoyed that series. That's things where like Lamarite, the Camerupt came in and stuff like that. We also did a Pokemon Diamond Metroid run, which was so good, and then we also played through Platinum in the Galactic Lock, and that was just an amazing series. You know what? I want to say that Platinum gets an S tier, whilst Diamond and Pearl are solid A tier games. That's what I want to say. Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Now, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, we've done Secret Gold on the channel. I've played through Soul Silver on my own. We've also done other series. I think I did a stream series with Jordan on Norfolk Gaming on Heart Gold, Soul Silver as well. That was a really good series. Really enjoyed that. Miss you, Jordan. Hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. Anyway, I would honestly say that since the fact is, I did a Soul Silver Nuzlocke back in about 2012, I'd probably say, before I started YouTube, and many of the Pokemon, including your boy Lanturn here, Criminal, were based on those games. games, my love for that Pokemon was solely based on those games. That's where my love of Lantern came from. So, and that particular series. So, with this in mind, S tier. I'm a huge fan of Heart Gold Soul Silver. They did amazing work with the games. So much in after game and everything. Solid S tier games. That's what I'm saying. Black and White. Black and White, very good series. We've played through Black and White numerous occasions. The Pokemon Black and White, I'm a huge fan of. I love what they did with the games and how they did the work and stuff like that. I'm not really a fan of the fact that they locked away some of the original mons from the games. I get why they did that, and it did allow me to fall in love with some of the Black and White some of the Black and White mons. Not all of them though, sadly, because some of them just didn't work, and the others just annoyed the hell out of me. Emolga, for example, is one of the most annoying Pokemon in the world. Elisa's gym. Elisa's gym. Oh my god. Volt Switch, 2 of them. She has 2 of them. She has 2 Volt Switching Emolgas. Those Emolgas literally did me in so many times, and they were so goddamn annoying. I hate Emolga. I really do. It is one of my top. It's definitely on my hatred list. I have a hatred list, and Emolga is up there. Not as up there as things like Slugma and Cargo are, but Emolga is up there for me, and I would say that these games are a B tier. I would say these games are B tier. I like these mons. I like Zekrom and Reshiram. There's a motorcycle going outside my window right now, going really fast, and I don't like that. But Black and White, solid B tier games. Black and White 2, on the other hand, they did really well with these games. A load of aftergame was added to these games. They brought back a lot of Pokemon from the older generations that I really love. They brought a brilliant way for you to transfer Pokemon from older games with the Poketransfer Lab and the bow and arrow game. I actually enjoyed that. It was really annoying, but I enjoyed it. The Pokemon World Tournament, amazing. The aftergame was amazing. The storyline, I mean, was a bit bland because they didn't pick up from where Black and White left off, and you didn't really get to see N until way into the aftergame, or towards the end of the games, and he wasn't very much of an impactful character as much as he was in Black and White. With these games though, I would probably say a B tier would probably be where I would go for Black and White 2. Solid B tier games. Really enjoyed them, but a solid B tier for me. X and Y. I love these games. I'm a huge fan of X and Y. We're playing through X and Y right now on the channel. We're playing through Y. I've played through X several times. I've done X Wonderlocks, X Nuzlocks, Y Wonderlocks, Y Nuzlocks. This game is so good. The Wonder Trade system is absolutely amazing. Yes, the mons you get back from it are kind of rubbish, but sometimes you do get some great mons. A lot of the time it is Route 1 fodder, and of course also breeding rejects, but those breeding rejects can be really good sometimes. And also it got me into X and Y, got me into competitive battling. X and Y was one of the first series I did on my capture card. I really enjoyed playing through X and Y. I know a lot about these games. Not a lot of people do not know about them. I know how to circumnavigate Lumiose City like the back of my own hand. I know about the Battle Maison. I know about the Battle Chateau. I know about super training and all, how that works and stuff like that. Not a lot of people remember how to super train and stuff like that. For me, these are solid A tier games. That's me. You, on the other hand, might be different. But for me, these are solid A tier games. like Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby. These again, very good games. I've not played through Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby on the channel outside of my Omega Ruby Wonderlock that we did a live series of back in 2014. Actually, I think it's 2015 actually, but still, we did play through Omega Ruby, and it was a very good series. I very much enjoyed it. I played through Alpha Sapphire on my own, and my main copy is Alpha Sapphire on my 3DS capture card, which is one of the things I did, and not a recorded series. I actually just played through it on my own because I bought an electronic copy, and it was a very good game. I really enjoyed playing through these games. The Delta episodes made these games what they are for me. They added to the storyline of the original games, they upped it, and then they added on top of that with the Delta episode. Yeah, sure, those are not all, the Delta episode was pretty short, and only added about an hour's worth more of content than the original games. The original Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby, but an amazing game nonetheless, and I would say A tier. Sun and Moon. Oh, these games. I mean, what can I say that no one else has said about Sun and Moon? There isn't a lot. I liked a few things that Sun and Moon did. The storyline of Sun and Moon was good. The fact that we didn't have... but it was long. It was long, and it became a bit boring. It was unique. There's another motorcycle going across in the background right now. It's annoying. It's very, very annoying. But yes, I would probably say Sun and Moon for me, C tier games. They did well with what they did. I would probably say C tier. They were enjoyable games, but not really too much about them I enjoyed. We've played through Sun on the channel. We did a Sun Let's Play. We've also done a Sun Wonderlock as well. I'm going to be doing another Sun Wonderlock at the end of the month, at the end of June that is, with my Sun series, and I plan to do it, and I really enjoy it, and I really can't wait for it, honestly. But the fact is, I think that's going to be based a lot on your Pokemon if you guys Wonder Trade with me, really, because that Sleep Lock's not going to go down well if you don't go Wonder Trade with me. Anyway, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. The most amount of deaths in a Nuzlocke I have done is thanks to Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, my Ultra Moon Nuzlocke. That game was so hard. Ultra Necrozma did me in so much, and that's why I personally hate these games with a passion. And I'm not saying they're broken games. That's why I will not give them F tier. I mean, to tell you the truth, I don't know why I put F tier on this list, because the fact is, I don't think any of these games are F tier. I don't think I could basically bring myself to put a game of Pokemon into an F tier situation. For me, these are solid D tier games. I do not want to talk about the worst feature of these games, which is, of course, the Darn Plaza. The Darn Festival Plaza. It's just so bad. I mean, I do a lot of competitive battling, or I did, when I was a coach. I'm just a recorder these days, but the fact is, I still hate going into Festival Plaza, even when I'm just recording a battle. It's just so rubbish. The storyline for these games is plain boring. It's like, the things they added to these games made Pokemon Sun and Moon okay. Pokemon Sun and Moon were okay. And Pokemon, they made it easier to get your starters. That's good. They did not add... they added more cutscenes, if anything. Not less. They added more. The story is more impactful. I'll give you that. The story was a lot more impactful. There was a more creative characters, and I got drawn into the story a hell of a lot more than I would have done without these things. But to me, I'm going to say C tier. And it pains me enough to say that, because the fact is, I would honestly have loved to put these in D tier with yellow, but I can't bring myself to do it. I really can't bring myself to do it. They are good. They are good games. It's just they're a lot harder than you think they are, especially if you're doing a Nuzlocke. You know, you gotta be ready for these games if you're doing a Nuzlocke of these games. You gotta be ready. That only leaves Let's Go. Because it's based up to the games that we have out now. Let's Go, for me, are interesting, to say the least. The fact that they bought an interactive way, a way for you to interact with the Pokemon mobile games was really cool. The storyline for the games were based on Yellow, which was kind of cool as well. I did like the fact that you could have Pokemon walk behind you again. Why was this taken out of the games? I'll never know. It's another reason why Heart Gold Soul Silver deserves to be an S tier like it is for me. The movesets were really annoying. My Let's Go Eevee series on the channel, I kind of hated in the end, really. I mean, I should have lost that series so many times. I almost did lose that series so many times. Go away, random pop-ups. You know, that's AVG trying to make me buy a full year of their services. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. They suck. But they're free for the moment in time, so that's why I use them. Anyway. For me, as much as I would love to put Let's Go in any other tier, they're going D. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is my personal reaction. That is my personal tiers list of the games. Now, let's go through them in an order that you guys can see. I'm going to take out F tier because there are no games in the F tier. I don't need that. So, starting off with D tier, we have Pokemon Yellow version, and we have Let's Go. Then in C tier we have Red and Blue, Gold and Silver, Crystal, Sun and Moon, and Ultra Sun and Moon. Then in B tier we have Ruby Sapphire, we have Fire Red Leaf Green, Black and White, and Black and White 2. In A tier we have Emerald, Diamond and Pearl, X and Y, and Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Then in S tier, my three favourite games, Platinum, and of course, Heart Gold and Soul Silver. That is my tierings for the main series Pokemon games. If you'd like to see more of these videos from me, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your opinions on these tiers and what your tiers are for Pokemon. I will leave a link in the description to this tiering system, and of course you can make your own one of these and tweet them at me at Lantern Joe, and I would very much like to know your opinions in the comment section down below, and of course your tier lists on Twitter, so let me know. But until next time, I am Lantern Joe. Me de la Pokemon get to Lazar. Everybody get Pokemon. Good night.